What's up, guys? So I had to get a new laptop because my old one was pretty much on its way out. I was really trying to help it along for a while to make it last, and it was not gonna last. So I finally ended up getting a new laptop, well, newish laptop. What I do when I get new computers or laptops, for example, like this one, I usually buy them off of Craigslist or other people, and then I refurbish them, and then they work fine. That helps me get them very cheap, to be honest, compared to what they usually are. This is an Asus Republic of Gamers GL551J. I think when it came out, it was like a $1,200 or $1,300 laptop. I got this for a quarter of that. The person was done with it. It works fine, but I like to open them, clean them, and I'm going to put a 500 gig solid state in this one as well. I figure we make an episode of Tech Wave and have some fun, so let's open it up and get started with it. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna probably put it upside down. Now, I know a lot of people don't like taking computers apart, specifically laptops, but I've actually enjoyed doing those in my time. And Asus is usually pretty good about their laptop builds and how they go together and come apart. They're usually pretty easy. And in this case, this does not look bad. It actually reminds me a bit of really how a lot of the Asus laptops are when they come apart. This one is an i7 4720HQ, I think, and not GTX 960M from NVIDIA. I think there's a 1 terabyte drive in there now. That's coming out anyway, so it doesn't matter. It only has one hard drive slot, so that kind of tells me what I have to do, which is it has to come out in a 500 gig SSDs going in. 480 gig actually is the exact number. But I figure you guys have fun. I figure I'll clean the fans. We'll change the thermal compound on the chips, and that should hopefully make it nice and pretty and nice and new. So this shows us, here's our hard drive, here's our RAM. There's two 8 gig sticks for 16 gigs total. I really don't need to take them out because there's no reason to. They're just gonna stay in there. So far everything looks clean, which is a good thing. It makes me happy that that's how I got it. So that's a good thing. Let's start getting this apart. I'm gonna get all this out and we'll get a look at the board. So when I opened it up, I kind of knew it was going to be a weird one to take apart, and when he gave it to me, he told me that the one hinge, I think it was the left hinge here, had issues, and I think it does. This part kind of fell out, which it's hard to see, but it's part of the anchor that you screw into. So yes, that is like gone, so that's going to make this a little harder to grab onto when you have it screwed in. Kind of a shame. I could probably fix it with some JB Weld, but I guess I won't do that. It won't hurt it really any. It'll just make it like kind of jump up on that side. I will screw this in though. Always want to tighten your hinges if you can. There's hinges here to tighten. You got to tighten them. There we go. So that's good. It was kind of an odd system to take apart so far. Everything seems to be on the top part, which is interesting. One thing I don't like right away that I see is that the GPU and the CPU here are one pipe. I mean, technically it's two pipes, but they do share a heat profile, which is not usually very good. Now, the 960M, from what I see, does not run super hot. It is integrated onto the board. My old Asus was an MXM card, which I liked. I actually even changed the MXM card out after I flashed a video BIOS to it, which is a little out there. I think a lot of people wouldn't do that. I did, of course, because why not, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, it looks pretty clean inside, but I still want to take this fan out and clean it up some more. So I'm going to go ahead and do that too. Goopy. So they added a bunch of like goop for the RAM modules, I believe. It's fine. It at least works. I mean, it's going to help transfer heat. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, it's a large heat pipe. I'll give them that. But it is cooling an i7 and then a GTX 960M. So maybe separate heat pipes like my old one would have been better. But what can you do? Compound here is noticeably dry on both. They have Krylon. Why do I have tape here but not here? That's weird. Overall though, yes, compound is dry. We'll put some MX4 on that. It'll make it much better. Let's take a look at this fan though. A lot of times, you guys may not know, but in laptops, here's your fan, and it pushes air out through here. Right in here is where all the dirt and dust gets stuck. It looks like they actually painted this red, I guess, to go along with the design. But usually, dirt and dust will get stuck right in here. So a lot of times what I like to do is open up my laptops that I get, pop it open, and then just see how much dust is in here. Because believe it or not, cleaning out any dust that gets caught in here is can actually help a lot. So I will say though, the one thing I like about Asus so far with their fans, I've noticed this with a lot of them, it's hard to see, you're probably gonna have a hard time seeing it, but this heat sink here is much wider than most laptops I'm used to. So this one I probably didn't really need to open other than to change the compound, but the fan here is gonna have a harder time getting anything stuck in there, dirt and dust. You still can, but this looks to be a lot wider. These fins are much further apart, and then it looks like they get smaller inside. So good job Asus on that, because that actually is a smart idea, and that would help keep a lot of dust and dirt out. Very nice. So now all that's left is to new compound on both of those, put it together, and check it out. Okay, solid state. Got to put that guy in. This is a 1 terabyte 7200 RPM drive, which I will keep anyway because you can actually replace the disk drive in there with another hard drive slot since it's all SATA. I probably won't use the disk drive much. It's like a DVD drive, so that actually might come out. I also have a Blu-ray drive from my old one that I could put in here if I wanted to. My old laptop had 2 hard drive bays, though. It's kind of a shame this one only has 1. For such an expensive laptop at the time, it should have come with 2 hard drive bays, because most of us, especially when this was out, this is a Windows 8 laptop, so most of us were putting solid states in at that time because they had become cheaper as we went along. This is something that I think should have been, that should have been in there automatically, just another hard drive slot, but what can you do? Okay, so we're all done, got it back together. Let's power it on. It should go to BIOS because the hard drive in there does not have an operating system. Windows 8 pretty much generically goes to it. So there we go. We are in BIOS, memory, yep, i7 4720 HQ. Yeah, it works. Everything works fine. Fast boot's enabled. That's another problem. Stupid fast boot. Let's see. Okay, there's our SanDisk, and yeah, everything's good. Everything seems to work fine, so I still need to load Windows on it and everything, but other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this Republic of Gamers laptop. It's built okay. I think there are some parts that they could have done better, especially the hinges. Hinges in my other one are amazing. These hinges suck, so I think that's the one problem, but I got it at a good price. It'll work really well to help render videos and play some games on with a 960M. I think it'll work all right. Got it at a great price, so hope you enjoyed this look inside this Asus Republic Gamers. Let me know you guys think down below about this video with the build quality of the system, or if you just enjoyed seeing it come apart. Let me know, guys. I will see you next time.